Hello, 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 hello. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Um, I want to say happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday to anybody who's watching. Happy Sunday to anybody who's gonna be watching. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I just want to go live here real quick, and I just want to just talk about a couple things that I've seen. Um, I'm recording this right now. I'm also to anybody who got YouTube. Hey, I got Twitch. Y'all can go follow me on Twitch, man. Y'all follow me on Twitch. It's called Get Right 7777. Follow me there. If you on Twitch, follow me on this right here. God love, God bless 7777. Follow me there, man. I just want to get in here real quick. I want to talk about a couple things, man. This right here is about a pastor, and he's a freak. As you can see on the title for Twitch, this pastor a freak. he a freak. It's a pastor. He a freak, and he just got killed for being a freak. So I just want to talk about it. This ain't my video, it's my react. I'm just gonna react to it, y'all. So I know YouTube be acting crazy. Twitch don't really be on too much on the they don't really be too tight on that other side right there, like all that other things they be tripping about. But YouTube, they be worrying about other things. They be they want you to make sure you ain't stealing no videos or none of that. But like I said, this ain't my video. Y'all can go follow bro. His name The Family. But right here, the title of his title, Love, Lust, and the Lord. She killed her pastor after realizing he chose his wife over her. So let's get to it, man. Again, ain't my video YouTube. I'm just reacting to it. Twitch, let's go. If you're up here, follow. Give me some chat, whatever, man. But let's get to it, though.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
Away today at the age of 36. He hadn't been here at the church long, but we do know last night he was at a Collierville apartment complex with his wife and another woman. That other woman, police say, opened fire on the couple, killing Perry. And tonight, this large church community is coping with the consequences.
Pastor of Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church about the recent passing of Pastor Brodus Perry. Reverend Dr. J. Lawrence Turner talked about Perry's passing with his
A boy look like Hot Fire. What's it? You guys know that little Hot Fire dude? So he look like Hot Fire. Boy ain't just died because he was messing around.
Congregation this morning.
Not only have we experienced the death of Brodus Perry to violence, but the rumors swelling around his murder leave us shocked and shaken. To those of you who are wondering, how could this happen? How could this happen within our safe and loving church community? To those of you in particular who came to know him as I did during the 5 months he was at Mississippi Boulevard, I want to say I'm heavy-hearted because of your pain.
As I was performing oral sex on him, he began to thrust himself inside my mouth really hard. And I told him that was hurting. Then he grabbed my hair.
What the hell? I think it's the side chick that killed him. That killed him. I mean, a little freak.
I had long hair and he wrapped my hair around his hand and he started yanking it. And when he wasn't thrusting himself in my mouth, he was pulling my hair really hard. And with his other hand, he would just hit me and hit me and hit me. And I was like, it's hurting. And he was like, you better not bite me. You better not bite me. And it said,
They got animal, boy. That's an animal right there. The pastor wasn't playing around. That pastor said, you finna give me that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, man. It's crazy. These people be... I'm sorry, man. That's crazy, man. Hey, man, y'all gotta chill on these females, man. You just can't be just... That porn stuff be getting people messed up in the head. Y'all really be tripping. That porn really be getting y'all messed up in the head. This man probably thought it was a porn scene and it was just smacking her. Y'all gotta stop that.
I think our time is up. So he had broke up with me via disappearing text.
How did that make you feel?
I felt so used and worthless, and I just felt like trash. Like, who does that to somebody who they say that they love?
Fam, when I say God real, I really mean God real. And this story is a prime example of that. You'll see exactly how some faith that's meant to heal people can sometimes hide sin deep enough to destroy you. We're talking about a woman who went to her pastor for help and ended up sleeping with him. And years later, that same sin led her.
Hey, but another thing too, with you females going out there asking these male pastors for help secretly, man. Listen, if you got a, well, I'm guessing she ain't had no man, but man, if you going to a pastor, he's a male. Bring like a male figure with you, like a maybe your brother or something, a male friend or something. Don't just go inside the room with the pastor one-on-one. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I ain't gonna let my lady go in and freaking have a one-on-one talk with the pastor without me being there. Unless she did that secretly without me knowing, then I guess that's what they want to do. Like, they want to do. But still, at the end of the day, I don't think no man and woman should be alone together. There's got to be some type of there got to be another person there. And bro, really, in my opinion, bro, really not no pastor. Even though I'm joking and making a lot of jokes, but bro ain't no pastor, man. Bro just dirty. He a pig, and he dead. But hey, man, you can't be playing with people, man. I'm gonna just keep it on. I'm gonna keep it 100. Keep it buck. You can't be playing with people and thinking that, hey, you just can't be doing that, man. You just can't be playing with people hard, saying you love them, and then like bro dirty and yeah, bro nasty, bro. But he ain't no pastor. We gotta stop doing that. We like to call everybody pastors. Bro ain't no pastor, man. Bro dirty.
From the church pew straight to the courtroom. And in this one, we're not just talking about it. We're going inside the trial. We're going to hear the evidence, go over the police reports, and even listen to the testimony from the woman herself, Latasha Daniels, as she takes the stand in her own defense. So before we reveal the verdict, you, the family, gonna get to decide, do you believe she was a victim of emotional manipulation and heartbreak, or was this cold-blooded, premeditated murder wrapped in a spiritual disguise? Either way, by the time we done, you're gonna see why I say God real, fam. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Before the headlines, Latasha Daniels was just another woman of faith from Little Rock, Arkansas. She worked a 9-to-5, even flipped burgers at Wendy's, while studying to become a social worker. And what she did, she was loyal to her church, St. Mark Baptist Church of South University Avenue. Always at Bible study, always volunteering. You see, people knew her as smart, humble, and saved. She was the kind of woman who would quote a scripture before she cursed. But what nobody saw was the battle between her faith and her flesh.
And that's the one you need to worry about. The one that ain't cussing, the one that's like, oh Lord Jesus Christ, help me. You need to worry about that one, because that one there gonna break your mother freaking neck. That one's gonna choke you out. That one gonna put freaking Clorox on your mother freaking food. That's the one you don't want to play with. That one that's smiley looking like that, you don't want to play with that one. But you want to play with any female porn player, period.
Flesh. Now the man she met,
or better yet, you don't want to play with nobody's heart.
that was Pastor Rose Perry. According to him, he was no street dude. He was educated, a therapist, and a pastor over the couple's ministry. He was married, respected, leading sessions, teaching husbands and wives how to quote-unquote keep God first. So when Latasha's own relationship started falling apart, she turned to him for guidance. One day, she came looking for a prayer and found detention. Back in 2016, after having a fallout with her husband, she decided to attend a counseling session with the pastor. She opened up, told him about the infidelity in her marriage, the loneliness and confusion. And instead of keeping it spiritual, he crossed that line. But you'll later hear from this woman on the stand.
Hey, another thing too, I'm gonna keep pausing. There's gonna be a reaction video, y'all, YouTube. So just, hey, I apologize. Don't want to watch it, skip it, move on, do what y'all want to do. Y'all can go watch it on his channel, whatever. But I just want to say, this is just a question in my mind. I was just thinking, did she know that this pastor was married, or this pastor had a wife? Did she know that? Or was she like manipulated to did bro lie to her and manipulate her? That's what I want to know. Because if she knew Buddy was married, then bro, you in my eye, you a sucker. If she knew, so Let's keep watching.
That same night, he pulled her neck and started to kiss her. And from that night on, it was intimate. Prayer meetings turned into late night talks. Late night talks turned into chemistry. And before long, the same pastor preaching about purity was sneaking around with one of his members. For a while, they kept it quiet. She believed he was her soulmate, said God sent him. But the truth is, the devil was dressed up like...
Hey, I be hating when y'all female be saying that. I hear that all the time. Oh, God, I think God sent them. But then you don't like the dude. The dude treating you wrong, and then I know you believe God sent them, but then this guy cheating on you, beating you up. He a horrible father, a horrible husband, but you believe God sent them. So you believe God gonna send you a trash? Y'all need to stop that, man.
Like love, and like most forbidden things, it didn't last. Eventually, the affair fizzled. He moved on and stayed with his wife, Tabitha Rose, a hospital administrator out of Memphis. They became that power couple people looked up to. Meanwhile, LaTosha felt left abandoned, used. The same man who taught her to heal left her broken. And that's when everything inside her snapped. On the night of April 11, 2019, she packed a bag, grabbed her handgun, and drove 2.5 hours from Little Rock to Cullerville, Tennessee. At around 10 p.m., she knocked on his apartment door. Inside, Dr. Zachary, of course, his wife. They were relaxing after a long day. They saw her. Surprised, but polite. They let her in. For a few minutes, it was civil. Small talk, old memories. Then the questions came. Why'd you leave me?
Hold on. I'm trying to understand again, y'all. Did she know this dude was married? Because if she knew bro was married, then she wasn't wrong for even messing with this nigga. So ain't no need to feel pity for her if she knew bro was married. Now again, I don't know if she knew or not, but just letting them come in, just her knocking on the door and just letting her come in like that. She had to know. It looked like to me she had to know bro was married. Like the bro was lying to her, said she was gonna leave his wife to be with her. Like, what's up?
You said we was forever. The argument got heated, and according to prosecutors, that's when she pulled out a gun, fired shots. Tabitha was hit, a bullet grazing her head. Zachary, he fell to the floor. LaTosha stood over him and said the words that froze the whole courtroom years later. You broke my heart, then fired one last time. When police arrived, she was...
I told y'all, boy, stop playing with these people's heart, man. I be trying not to do that type of stuff, bro. I don't even feel me. I don't even try to entertain no female. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like to flirt and all that, but I ain't gonna say nothing crazy where sometimes I do be talking crazy, but I need to shut the hell up. But yeah, man, you can't be telling people stuff and then realize you gonna break. You can't be playing with people's heart, bro. You can't be playing with people's heart, bro. You really finna get killed out here. And that's what happened. He was playing with that girl's heart. That girl's heart was already broken. And that nigga broke it again. And this time he had to go.
Still inside. They ordered her down. And when they cuffed her, she looked at them and said, I should've myself too. In her car, luggage, clothes, purse, gun. Like she already accept she wasn't coming back. She was charged at first with first-degree murder, attempt murder, and firearm in commission of a felony.
He hadn't been here at the church long, but we do know last night he was at a Collierville apartment complex with his wife and another woman. That other woman, police say, opened fire on the couple, killing Perry. And tonight, this large church community is coping with the consequences.
Where do you put your firearm and holster when you aren't carrying? In your free universal holster mount from We the People Holsters, of course.
Receiving numerous 911 calls, possible gunshots.
It didn't take long for the calls to start coming in. Commotion inside a unit at the usually quiet Meridian Park Apartments in Collierville Thursday night.
Maybe a female crying and some others screaming.
When police got there around 10:20, they found a man and woman with gunshot wounds. The Commercial Appeal now identifying the couple as Mississippi Boulevard Baptist Church pastor Brodus Perry and his wife. Perry.
Y'all can't tell me bro don't look like super hot fire, man. Y'all can't tell me bro don't look like super hot fire.
As Mississippi Boulevard Baptist Church pastor Brodus Perry and his wife. Perry dying from his wounds today, according to the church. We've learned Perry was fairly new to the congregation, where he oversaw the couples ministry and discipleship ministry. Originally from Florida, he most recently worked at St. Mark Baptist Church in Little Rock. It appears it was in Little Rock where he met the woman police say killed him, Latashia Daniels. She lists herself as a certified anger management specialist and uses the title doctor. A business filing with the state of Arkansas shows she's also an officer at a company called The Root Behavioral Health. It's unclear what she was doing in Memphis Thursday night or what could have motivated her to pull the trigger as police.
Fast forward 6 years later since the incident, on the first week of November of 2025, Shelby County Criminal Court, the trial finally began. Prosecutor said she planned every step, that this wasn't passion, it was revenge. They showed texts, maps, 2-hour drive. They said she couldn't stand seeing him live the life she wanted. The defense said otherwise, claimed she was emotionally manipulated by a man of God who blurred the line between pastor and predator.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, yeah, and if she knew bro was married, bro, because I'm still trying to figure out, did she know this nigga was married? We skipping the part, did she know that? Because if she knew bro was married, then this woman here ain't got no mother freaking, she ain't got no, she got no morals, she stand on no principles. Like, come on, you know this man was married. What you wanted to break here, you wanted to break the relationship that he had with his wife so he come be with you? You thought he gonna be honest with you? He's already cheating on his wife. What you think he was gonna be? You don't think he gonna cheat on you? So I'm still trying to understand. I'm still trying to find out. Did she know this dude was married? Did she know this pastor was married?
They said she wasn't evil. She was broken. The jury heard the pastor wife testify. She cried through her tears how she watched her husband die on the living room floor, still calling Latosha's name. When they played the 911 call, you can hear the trauma in her voice. The entire room went silent. But the most important witness who took the stand was Latosha in her own defense. And rather me tell you what she said, fam, check it out.
Did that cause problems between you and Brodus?
At first, no, but as it continued to go on, it did. Especially after he joined like this, he called it a book club, but they met on Marco Polo talking about the book, The Ethical Slut. And so the more that he engaged in that, it became to where it was because he was more like, why are you not on board with this? And I'm like, why would I be? Like, it doesn't make sense because we already have limited time together. So why would I say, yes, you can be able to be with multiple women? And so it was that part.
Oh, bro, was dirty. So hold up, where his wife at? Because I'm trying to understand. So I'm pretty sure the wife knew this man was being nasty. This man was messing around. Man, you woman got to stand on business with these niggas, bro. Ain't no motherfucker way this nigga mess around with other females and he's still coming home to you. So what, he lying to you and telling you he love you, but these women just sluts? He just getting his rock off? Come on, man, y'all tripping.
It was hard.
Did you love Brodus Perry?
I shouldn't have, but I did.
Were you in love with Brodus Perry?
I was.
Were you wanting to build a life with Brodus Perry?
I wanted what we had at that time, yes.
And y'all saw each other frequently, right?
We saw each other just about every day. I would cook for him, and so he would come to my office to eat lunch. If he didn't come to the office, I would drop it off for him. But it got to the point to where he knew my code to my office, so he would just come in. He knew where to get his lunch, warm it up, and if I had a session, of course, he would wait out in his vehicle, but other than that, he would come in and we would sit there and have lunch every day.
This app pays your bills now and you pay back later. Turn big bills into 4 manageable payments.
How did Brodus react when you told him that you were not open to expanding to allow him to have more girlfriends?
Here's my thing. He already had a wife. So again, ma'am, did you know he had a wife? So were you okay him having a wife and you being his girlfriend? Like, come on, bro. Y'all gotta stop this bull. I understand sometimes motherfuckers get lonely. Sometimes people get sad and all that, but ain't no way I got a wife at home, and I'm like, yeah, you could be my girlfriend. I just have a wife. What the freak, bro? It's like a female walking to me and say, I got a husband, but you could be my boyfriend. What the freak? Like, already in my mind, you already a slut. I already in my mind, I'm already thinking this is a slut. This is a mutt. I'm sorry for my language. In my mind, I'm thinking this is a female not to be trusted. So again, I'm not saying her. I'm not saying she's a slut or a mutt. I'm not saying this woman here is a slut or a mutt. And nothing like that. I'm just saying you as a female, as a beautiful female, she could have did better, bro. She didn't have to go with that nigga. Like, what the hell? First of all, I would have left. I'd be like, you a pastor and you want to sleep with me and you got a husband? You got a wife at home? What the freak? And you want to talk to me about God? Like, you just your whole credibility, your whole everything about you just demolished. Just you just destroyed yourself. And at least in my eyes, that person, that pastor, whoever, would have destroyed themselves in me. Like when I see destroyed, I'm talking about they wouldn't have no reputation. The reputation about them to me would have been just ruined. But this lady kept rocking with this man, and then it's like, so you was okay with him having a wife and you being his girlfriend. So you kind of set this up for yourself, girl. You did this to yourself. You did this to yourself because you was heartbroken and you thought he was going to what? Well, you thought you were going to be his girlfriend. You going to have a wife. Well, you thought it was going to be a polygamy. And second, where the wife at? Did the wife know this man was cheating on him? Because if she knew, then you motherfuckers crazy.
He was emotionally distant. Like, well, he would just use, he would tell me, well, you need to go and find someone. And I'd be like, I don't want anyone but you. And so he knew that would play on like my insecurities. So one time when he said, you need to go out and find someone, I said, well, what if I do? And he said, well, then we won't be together. So he knew that was going to get to me because I wanted to be with him. I enjoyed our time together when we did have it. And so he used the emotional part, the affection. He would give it to me, withdraw it if I wasn't really complying with what he wanted.
Since all of this has happened, have you had time to really retrospectively consider your relationship with Brodus?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I want to talk to you, we'll get back to that. I want to talk to you about that Marco Polo group, okay?
Okay.
Brodus was in an ethical non-monogamy group with 2 other women, right?
Yes.
Were you a part of that group?
I was not.
Were you ever allowed to?
This nigga was banging another woman too? Oh my gosh. This nigga was a freaking pimp. You know, no motherfucking pastor. He was a pimp. Nigga was dirty.
Be involved with that group?
I wasn't.
But you knew about it?
Yes.
Would he have let you contribute?
That was the first time that of any activity that he done that he didn't even invite me to do.
Did he actively keep it from you?
I would say so, because with any other thing he did, even to joining like a bourbon society, like we had memberships to a lot of things together, but that was one thing that he did not invite me to.
I want to talk to you about when Brodus and Tabitha Perry moved to Memphis, okay?
Okay.
Mississippi Boulevard reached out to Brodus, right?
To my knowledge, according to him, the pastor from Mississippi Boulevard reached out to Pastor Pointer, and then Pastor Pointer shared that with Brodus.
Had Brodus, to your knowledge, had any issues at St. Mark's?
Yes, he would tell me a lot about conflict that he was having with some of his coworkers. And then there was one instance where, according to him, he had misuse of a credit card.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 4.
Your Honor, this is going to the context of their relationship, just giving background on, this is going to her buying things, paying for things. This is a debt that she repaid for him, and that's what it's going into. But,
Got a black judge in the stage. Well, black judging. Look at that. Man, I ain't gonna lie, you females need to do better, man. Yeah, and I ain't saying females and male, but I'm not saying bro didn't deserve what he got. He got what was coming to him. He played them games and got dealt with. You played stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And bro, I don't feel bad for bro. She put the man where he needed to be because bro broke her heart. But then again, I'm still trying to understand. Well, you want to be his girlfriend while he had a wife? Like, come on, bro. That don't seem legit to me. I'm gonna skip this. I don't know what tweet they gonna do.
Mr. Angels, I'm going to rephrase my question a little bit, okay? At some point, did a situation arise where you had to pay back money to the church for Brodus?
Yes.
How much was that?
The debt was $2,500, but I ended up getting him $2,300, and he got very upset with me about it.
Why did he get upset with you about it?
Because he wanted me to do the full price.
And that was not your debt, right?
No.
So, did Brodus talk to you when this other church reached out to him?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, man. Bro got her in the right position. And I say, bro, I'm talking about the pastor. The pastor got this woman in the right position to make her feel a certain way, to like juggle around. Because he really was using this female by what she said. She really was being used because of what happened in the past between I guess her and her ex-husband. So bro really took advantage of her, you know. But and then again, I'm not giving her no excuse. At the end of the day, if you knew this man had a wife, what you wanted to be his girlfriend? Like, come on, bro. Like, you don't think that was wrong? Like, come on, bro. Like, that's crazy. Again, people don't play those type of games, bro. Like, these are not games to be played with, because you going to get hurt. Point blank, period.
He did.
Did he discuss with you whether or not he should accept it?
Yes.
What did you tell him?
I told him I thought it was a great opportunity for him.
Why?
Because of the things that was being shared to me, that some things he was dealing with within the employment at St. Mark. I thought that would be a great thing for him. So he sent me his resume, told me to change it to performance-based, and I did that, and he went to the interview.
Is Mississippi Boulevard a prestigious church?
To my knowledge.
And you're not from here, right?
No.
You've never lived in Memphis?
I have not.
Did he?
So how the freak did she? So she would travel to Memphis to go see this guy? I thought bro lived in low. So hold up, she would travel to go see this guy for every 2 hours?
He eventually, to your knowledge, accept that position at Mississippi Boulevard?
Yes.
Did the church have a going away party for Brodus and Tabitha Perry?
I planned a going away party. Actually, he had two. He had one at the Cigar Lounge and then one for the church.
Who planned the party at the Cigar Lounge?
I did.
Who planned the party at the...
You know what I'm starting to notice, man? Stop telling, everybody keep telling, I hate people say, oh, yeah, you can get you a dude at the church or get you a female at the church. Man, ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't tripping. I ain't judging nobody. But, man, everybody dirty, bro. Just know that. Everybody dirty. You ain't gonna meet the perfect man in church, and you gonna meet the perfect woman in church. And not saying that you can't, but just, man, everybody dirty, man. And most of them playing suck. Most of them gonna play you. If they in church, I'm gonna keep it 100. They gonna play you, cause they gonna try to act all nice and stuff and act like hallelujah, hallelujah, and then go home and go sleep with whoever, smoke whatever, and do whatever. Again, I ain't speaking for everybody, but man, this guy here was a pastor, and this dude was banging everything left and right.
The church.
I did.
Who paid for the majority of the gifts?
I did. And then he gave me a backstory on how to be able to elicit money from the other members of the church so that he could have a certain amount of money for when he left.
What do you mean?
Like it was, hey, reach out to the life groups and tell them, you know, I'm going away and we're going to do monetary gifts. So,
Paying attention, parents? You should be able to use your money any way you want. And
that's what I did.
Did he get monetary gifts from that?
He did.
Before Brodus left, did he give you his new address in Memphis?
Yes.
Now, I want to talk to you about after they moved, okay?
Okay.
Did your relationship with Brodus Perry continue after he moved to Memphis?
Yes.
Would Brodus come back to Little Rock?
He would.
Do you know why he would come? Why he would come back?
Yes. The main reason why he would come back is because of his orthodontics appointments. And then also he was building up a business and a consulting business, and he was beginning to he had one client that he was coming back to begin to do some consulting with.
What would happen when he came in town between the two of y'all?
We would meet up at the hotel and hang out.
Meaning they're having sex.
I want to, and was that he would come in town and he would contact you?
Yes.
And y'all would get together?
Yes.
Now I want to talk to you about April the 15th. I'm sorry, not April the 15th, March the 15th of 2019, okay?
Okay.
Did Brodus come in town that day?
He did.
Did he text you?
He did.
Did you meet him at the hotel?
I did.
Do you recall what hotel?
I think it may have been Spring Hill.
What happened after you went to the hotel?
The first time I went to the hotel, it was, you know, just a drop off. He had asked me to bring him, to go buy him something to eat and to stop by and get him some bourbon. After I brought that to him, we made an agreement to meet up later on. I had called him and as it was getting later and say, hey, what time are we gonna meet up? And he was just like, I don't know, I'll let you know. But he never called. So I was at home and I was like, I'm just gonna break up with him. Like I'm not gonna do this treatment, like no. I went to the lounge, I still had some gifts to give him, and he was coming out, and I said, unlock your car, and I started putting the gifts in. Well, once he got closer to me, he just hugged me and gave me the key to the room and was like, go to the room. So I was like, okay, and I did.
Once he hugged you, was it all better?
It was.
Is that kind of how it went with Brodus?
Yes.
So tell me about what happened after that.
That was one of the times that I still had my clothes on. So of course, when he got in there, he's like, why you still got clothes on? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I got undressed. I did tell him, I said, I was coming to break up with you because of the way you're treating me. And he laughed it off and was like, well, why didn't you? And I was like, because you know I really do love you. He came.
What's up with all this loving, dog? Like, damn, man. Sometimes you gotta love yourself, ladies. Like, damn. Lady, old man, really. Sometimes you gotta love yourself. Sometimes you gotta respect yourself. Like, ain't no need for a man to be treating you wrong, putting his hand on you, calling you all type of names and stuff, and be like, well, I love him. Nah, man. Sometimes you gotta love and respect yourself, bro. Sometimes you gotta do that for yourself, cause ain't no way if a man love you or if a female love you, whatever it is, ain't no way they should be talking to you crazy, calling you out your name, doing all that weird stuff, bro. I mean, nobody perfect, I get it, but nigga, I love my mom and I ain't gonna never call my mom no B-I-T-C-H. I love my wife and I ain't gonna cuss her out. You know, it is what it is. I love my sister and I ain't gonna never call no B-I-T-C-H. You know? Just it is what it is, just me. But again, if like females, male, whoever, man, don't let nobody treat you like trash because you love them. Sometimes you gotta love yourself. Not sometimes, all the time. You gotta love yourself and respect yourself first and be like, let me look back in the big picture and step out.
Came over to the bed, started tickling me. We laughed it off, and then as we began to engage in
sex,
what I thought was gonna be love making was not that night.
Can you tell me what happened?
As I was performing oral sex on him, he began to thrust himself inside my mouth really hard. And I told him that was hurting. Then he grabbed my hair. I had long hair, and he wrapped my hair around his hand and he started yanking it. And when he wasn't thrusting himself in my mouth, he was pulling my hair really hard. And with his other hand, he would just hit me and hit me and hit me.
Tell y'all, that's that motherfucking porn. That nigga watching all that damn porn. I don't know, that nigga watching Ghetto Tube or what the freak he watching. But that nigga watching aggressive porn. I'm telling you. R.I.P. to your pastor, but he was watching some porn. That's why he was doing all that stuff.
Me, and I was like, it's hurting. And he was like, you better not bite me. You better not bite me.
Yep. That's it right there. That's where it come from. I know. Yep, that's it.
And then after that, we had sex, and it was just rough, and it was hard, and it was just not what I was used to. And then once we finished, something he never ever does was he rolled over and just gave me the cold shoulder, and I was like, you're not gonna hold me? And he was like, no, and just went to sleep.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's a beautiful female. She could have got herself a. Sometimes you female, like, she put herself in that position, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. She put herself in that position. Ain't no motherfucking way, bro. This is a married man. It's a married man. Why are you having sex with a married man? Why are you having sex? What did he say to you that he was able to? Yes, I understand. Your heart was broken on your last relationship. I get that. But why is you dealing with this man now? Bro, dirty, bro. But still at the end of the day, like, come on, man. Like,
How did that make you feel?
I felt so used.
Did that affect you emotionally?
Yes. I was just like, what has always happened to me?
because you put yourself in that position, ma'am. That's why it always happened to you. You put yourself in that position. You put yourself in that position to be hurt, bro. Like, just common sense, bro. Like, you know this stupid ass boy is married. Why is you messing with him? You put yourself in that position. You put yourself in that predicament for that to happen, ma'am. You did that. You did that.
Did you?
How many drivers I stop who don't even have auto insurance? Can't really blame them. Prices keep climbing and
Decide anything when you were in that emotional state?
Well, that particular night, I just was, that morning.
I ain't gonna lie, she should have broke up with him right there and there. She should have said, you know what, I'm done. Like, she should have broke up with him right there and there. I'm confused. You was already gonna break up with him, so why did you go out and shoot him? You was gonna break up right there and there. She should have said, you know what, I'm done, and she should have broke up with him and went and live her life, bro. She should have broke up with him right there and there and just left. Never see this guy again. Lose his phone number. No matter what. I don't care how nice he texts you. Leave him.
We stayed the night together, and that morning he got up and he left. He was getting dressed, and I was like, "Where are you going?" Like, we always shower together. And he was like, and I was like, "Where are you going with still smelling like me?" And he was like, "None of your business." I was like, "Since when did you not tell me your schedule?" And he left. Well, he was getting ready to leave, so I got up and I got dressed. And as I got dressed, I grabbed the key card for the room off the thing, and he laughed it off, and I left. And later on, I texted and said, "Hey, are we meeting up again?" And he was like, "I'll let you know." Of course, the day went on. I had rearranged everything, thinking that he was going to end up we would see each other earlier that day, but I didn't.
You still wanted to see that nigga after he did what he did? Like, look, she gonna say because I loved him. F all that loving stuff, bro. The man just treated you like trash. He treated you worse than a whore. And then you still talking about you were still waiting for him to go see him. What the freak? What the hell going on? Listen, man, me and myself, I can't see myself doing that to any female. I can't see myself me dogging out a female and then saying, like, I can't, bro. I'm gonna do it respectfully, let her know, hey, you nice, you're beautiful, but I got something going on. I can't be messing with you. Respectfully. I'm gonna do it respectfully. I'm gonna do it like she's a freaking human being, not an animal. You know, but she still kept messing. She still wanted to see the nigga after the nigga just treated her like worse than an animal. Worse than a whore.
And so that night, when I still didn't hear from him, I decided to head to the room. And as I was going, he was there. But in my wanting to head to the room, I had made the decision that I was going to kill myself in front of him because I just wanted him to feel the pain that he was causing me.
Leave him. Leave him.
So when we got in the room, he was already in there by the time I parked and got in. And I pulled out my gun and I told him, "You about to feel the same pain that you've been giving me."
Did you ever threaten him?
No.
But that is a threat, though. You about to feel the same pain you've been giving me. It's that is a threat, isn't it? That's a threat, right?
Did you threaten yourself?
I told him I was gonna kill myself.
What did he do?
He began to tell me no, and he kept saying that he loved me and that we can fix it. And I was just like, "No, you're treating me so bad." And he was just like, "That's not, I love you, I love you." And eventually he talked me into putting the gun on the counter and coming over and sitting and talking to him.
Did that restore a reason for you to live in that moment?
It did.
Was this the first time that you had gotten to the point of hopelessness that you felt like you needed to kill yourself?
Not in a relationship, no.
Have you struggled for a long time with depression and suicidal ideations?
Yes.
Everyone knows it, but no one wants to admit it. Carrying in your waist while you're in a car, super uncomfortable. Not only does it jab your gut, but it puts...
After Brodus convinced you to put down the gun, did he take the gun away from you?
No.
Did he take the gun from the counter?
It wasn't until I got ready to leave when I went back to try to get it, and then he pushed me out of the way and he got it.
He didn't want you to be able to leave with the gun?
No.
And was he worried what you would do with it?
Yes, but he made me promise to meet him the next morning at the lounge.
Do you know where he put the gun?
At that time, I did not.
But he kept it from you, right?
Yes.
And you later found out that he had placed it in a locker at the cigar lounge?
Yes.
After that happened, did you realize that you needed a little bit of time?
Yes.
What did you do?
I made a plan to go and be with my friend. She is a therapist, but I just needed to get away, and she had an extra room. And so I just told her that I needed her to watch me and to just be there if I needed her. And
was she in Little Rock?
She lived in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
So how far away from Little Rock?
About a 45-minute drive.
Is she someone that you also worked with?
Yes.
At that point in time, were you pretty desperate for?
Yes, I even was gonna go and be with another friend of mine who was a clinician, but she lived in St. Louis. But she then, by the time it was for me to leave one friend to go to her, was then going through some marital issues herself, so I decided not to go to her house.
During the time that you stayed with your friend, were you speaking with Brodus?
Very limited.
When you got back to Little Rock, did you resume speaking with Brodus?
I did.
Were y'all still together at that point?
Yes.
Why? Why are you still with him? I guarantee you right now, she would have broke up with this man when she said she would have broke up with him. Bro would have still been alive. She probably would not be going to prison right now, because she's in prison right now. Bro would have still been alive, or he would probably, maybe, I don't know, I take that back. Bro probably would have got killed by another female, because he was playing those games. Eventually, his time was gonna come. But she would have still been on these streets, living life, and hope maybe meet a nice man. You know, I don't know, but I know she would have been in prison. I know that.
I want to talk to you about April the 4th, 2019, okay?
Yes.
Can you tell me about the text that you got on April the 4th?
I had sent our regular good morning text. I didn't hear anything from him that morning. And then later in the afternoon, I seen what he had responded. And so I opened it up. And it said, I think our time is up. So he had broke up with me.
So he broke up with you. What? Okay, bro, hold the freak up. Hold up. So he broke up with you. So then, bro, if he did something that you were supposed to do, that you claimed that you were gonna do, but he did it. So he broke up with you, and that pissed you off? So you wanted to be treated like a whore? You wanted to be him freaking slapping you around, smacking you, treating you like a whore, treating you worse than a whore? Treating you worse than an animal? I don't even treat my dog like that. Nate, what the freak?
Yeah, disappearing text.
How did that make you feel?
I felt so used and worthless, and I just felt like trash. Like, who does that to somebody who they say that they love?
You're a man of virtue. How did you react after you read that?
I wrote a letter. I wrote a suicide note to my family, because I was just like, I'm tired. I'm tired of the pain. I'm tired of it all. And I just wanted the pain to end. So I wrote a note and made a plan to take my life.
You're the man approach the witness? Yes. Latasha, do you recognize that?
Yes.
What is that?
This is the note that I wrote to my family.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that be made the next numbered exhibit. In objection. Objection, Your Honor. Should be 22.
We'll show the suicide letter as exhibit 22.
Latasha, can you tell me the date and time of that letter?
April 4, 2019 at 3:14 p.m.
Can you read that letter to the jury?
To my family, I'm sorry that I have let you down. I tried my best to be the person you all thought I was. I tried to be the person you could count on and be proud of. However, I have been depressed for a long time. I did well with coping until the past 2 years. My world changed February 24th, 2017. And the shit just keeps getting worse. I know what I have been through may be nothing to some. And you don't understand why I couldn't bounce back. I have fought hard for so long to keep things together. I didn't trust anyone to know deep down how bad I was struggling. Only a few people knew, but they couldn't help me. To my fellas, I'm so sorry that I have let you down. I have fought hard to be the best mother I could be to each of you. I pray that
Oh, so she had kids.
what I have taught you will stick with you forever. Please don't be ashamed of me.
I'm Drew, I'm 37, and my testosterone is at a 562. Not all that amazing, but just 11 months ago.
Mother, thank you for being my mother. Please know that although you didn't think I loved you, I really did. I wanted so badly for us to be close. There was many times I just wanted to crawl into your arms and have you hold me. I'm sorry for being a failure. I tried to make you proud of me. Words can't explain or express the pain I feel at this moment. I have pretended for so long to be happy. I have tried to work through the pain and begin to heal. But just as my life would have it, yet another loss appears to remind me just how much of a failure I am. I don't have any insurance and I don't have any money. So please, just have me cremated and don't worry about a service. I don't want to be a burden. I'm sorry for letting all you down. I love you all so much, and I wish I could live myself as much as I wish I could love myself as much as I love you all. Please take care of my fellas and always remind them of my love for them. I'm not being selfish. I just don't know how. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. This got out of hand, but it says, I'm sorry for letting all of you down, and I love you all so much. I wish I could love myself as much as I love you all. Please take care of my family.
That's the situation right there. She didn't love herself that much. Because if she did, all that nonsense bro was doing, she would have realized it and she would have said, you know what, I'm out of here. So people need, like I said again, people need to love themselves first before they start loving others. Because if you don't love yourself, you're going to let people treat you like crap. If you don't respect yourself, you're going to let people treat you like crap. Listen, man, people go through things. It is what it is. It's life. The nigga, you know, the man you with gonna treat you like crap. He ain't supposed to, but he might. The woman you with might treat you like crap. But you gotta have some type of limit, some type of respect for yourself, some type of love for yourself. Just a little bitty ant to say, you know what, I'm out. She had that. She was gonna tell the nigga no, but then the nigga, I guess bro made her feel some type of way, hugged her, and I guess she had this big love for him that she just didn't want him go. But then again, bro wanted to break up with her. That right there would have been it. That should have been it. Should have been like, yo, I'm free. But she felt like, yo, you breaking up with me? It's like, you know, it's in my eyes, it's confusing. Like, you wanted to break up with her. You wanted to break up with him. But now he broke up with you, and you felt like he was using you. You felt like he was throwing you out. That's kind of backward to me. Just to me. Again, I'm not saying that bro was right what bro did, no. But I'm going to get back to what I was saying before I get out of line. You need to love yourself.
Fellas, and always remind them of my love for them. I'm not being selfish. I just don't know how to continue bearing the pain I have felt for over 25 years of my life. With each loss, hurt, disappointment, etc. I've experienced through the years, it only added to my current state of mind. I thought I could continue to push through and be strong, the strong Tasha everyone know, but I can't. I'm weak, and I have been for over the past year and a half. I thought I would bounce back. I prayed consistently, but I guess God no longer hears my prayers since I wasn't doing His will. I'm not perfect. I've messed up so many times in my life. The thing I wanted to be the most successful in, I messed up not once but twice. Well, really 3 times. I will leave that for you all to find in my journal.
You wrote that at 3:14 p.m.?
Yes.
Where did you leave that?
I left it in my phone because I knew my little sister would find it because she helped me with my appointments. And that's the phone she used for making my appointments.
So you think you know Wix, but do you really? First up, we've got...
Did you leave it for her to find?
Yes.
What did you do after you wrote that note?
I drove to Sherwood to go purchase a gun.
Why did you go purchase a gun?
Because I didn't have my other one.
What was the purpose of the gun?
I wanted to end my life, and I felt like that was going to be the best way to do it.
When you went to that store, were you buying a gun to kill yourself, or were you buying a gun to kill someone else?
I was buying a gun to kill myself. I had a whole plan.
What was your plan?
I didn't want to do it at my house because my son lived with me. So I decided, as I was just thinking about all the pain, to go to this park in Jacksonville, Arkansas.
How far away from Little Rock was that park?
Jacksonville might be about a 20-minute drive from my home. And the reason why I chose that was because that's where Brodus was. He wasn't from Jacksonville, Arkansas, but the Jacksonville part of it was attached to him. And the name of the park was Johnson Park, which was attached to my second ex-husband, And then Ray Road, my daddy's middle name was Ray, so I just associated with all the pain from the men in my life, and so that's where I was gonna go.
How did you go there?
I was gonna drive in my car. It's from my home, it would have been straight down 440.
Is that an interstate?
Yes.
What happened while you were driving to Johnson Park?
As I was driving, I saw the Memphis exit. And so then I was like, go talk to him, Tasha. Just go let him see you. Go see why. And that's what I did. I just drove so I can see him face to face and hope that I can get something from him besides the fact that he broke up with me with a disappearing text.
Nigga, you were finna break up with him. You was finna break up with him. You should have been happy that he broke up with you. You should have looked at it as a blessing that he's breaking up with you. Like, you should have been happy and like, yo, he's breaking up with me. That could have been a door. Like, she said she felt like God wasn't answering her prayer because she wasn't doing God's will. Man, I don't know about all that. I'm gonna be honest with you, God loved the brokenhearted, and her heart was broken, and that man was using it. But at the end of the day, she have the free will to step away from this man. And I'm not saying God wasn't answering or not. I don't know nothing about that. But I do know God was at least was pointing things at her to say, yo, get away from this man. Get away from this man. Look how he's treating you. There's no way when she slept in her bed, her mind wasn't something in her mind, something in her heart wasn't telling her what she's doing is wrong. She's sleeping with a married man. She's having sex outside of marriage, but even it doesn't even matter. He's married. Something in her had to tell her this is wrong. But she kept entertaining this dude and kept entertaining this dude until she finally just killed him. But I'm like, yo, you was going to break up with him anyway. This time he broke up with you and you felt like he was treating you. You felt like he did it wrong. Like, what did you want more? What more did you want from him? But I'm not, again, I don't feel bad for bro. I'm going to keep it 100. I don't feel bad that you killed him. I mean, he was playing with your heart. But I feel bad for you, ma'am. Now you got to spend the rest of your life in prison for a man who didn't even love you.
And as I was driving, he did text me, and as he was telling me that he still loved me. So I was trying to just figure out what was going on.
Bro, you deserve to die, bro. I'm sorry. Freak that. This nigga deserve to die. This nigga playing all type of games. This nigga deserve to die. I'm sorry. Forgive me, God. I'm so sorry. But nigga deserve to die. He's playing all type of games. He's telling this girl, I love you. I love you. I love you. This woman is hurt. Deep hurt. He keep throwing it. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bro, you freak. You bro, who is this nigga wife? She should be ashamed of this man.
Failed brace can create
these commercials getting on my nerves, bro.
setups. If a bullish breakout doesn't follow through.
Damn.
What did you do after you saw the Memphis exit?
I took it and I drove to Memphis.
Where did you go?
I went down to where I knew he would possibly be, which was a lounge. I guess it's in the downtown Memphis area called The Pocket. At the time, I think it was a fairly new lounge that he, when he got employment at Mississippi Boulevard, one of the members there had told him about.
Did you go to The Pocket because Brodus told you he goes to The Pocket on Thursday?
Yes.
Do you remember what time you arrived?
I don't. I just know it was dark. And I know that I circled around for approximately 30 minutes trying to find a parking spot because I didn't know that you couldn't like park on the street. Like everything down there was paid. Yeah.
Just to back up for a second, when you went to the gun store to buy the gun to kill yourself, what did you take with you?
Just my license and my debit card.
Where was your purse?
I guess I had left it at home.
Did you bring just necessities with you to the gun store?
Yes.
And you left the gun store right after you finished purchasing the gun, right?
Yes.
How did you select the gun?
I went with what was the cheapest that was on. They have a wall that has all the guns, the names, and the prices, and I just chose the cheapest one.
How did you select ammunition?
Whatever the guy told me to get, I got it. Cause I was about to walk out the store he was like, do you need ammunition? I was like, oh yeah. And so he told me whatever he recommended, I was like, yes.
And did you see on the video where he was showing?
This nigga telling the ammunition, she don't even know she about to go kill somebody. Boy, that's crazy.
Showing you different types of ammunition?
Yes.
Is that what he was saying?
Right. And I told you couldn't hear it, but I was like, I don't know. Just whatever you tell me.
When you left the gun store, what did you do with the gun?
I think it was still in the bag. I went home because I did wanted to leave my son something. So I had stopped at the ATM and got out whatever money I could get. And so when I got home, I put that in his room, and then I changed clothes, and I dumped some bullets out on the bed and just grabbed a handful of them and took the gun and left the house.
What did you do with the handful of bullets and the gun?
Once I got in my car, because I was trying to hurry up and leave because I didn't want him to come home while I was there, I loaded the gun in my car. And once whatever was left over, I put everything into my coat pocket that was sitting in the passenger seat.
Now, when you parked downtown, where did you go?
I started walking in the direction in which I knew the lounge was. And once I got on the street, I started walking up the street, and I actually saw Brodus coming out of the lounge, and I walked past him.
Were there any rules in your relationship regarding how to behave when you saw him in public?
Yes, I was not to approach him because I never knew who he may have in his company, so I was not to approach him, but if he acknowledged me, then I could have, talk to him.
You don't think there was something wrong with that, ma'am? Now, you can't approach him because he's married. He doesn't want people to know that he's cheating on his wife. He's doing wrong, and he's cheating on his wife. Like, come on, bro. You didn't think there was something wrong with that? You didn't think, like, hey, man, like, come on, what, like, come on, bro. Like, what the freak is going on, bro? Like, what the hell is happening? You didn't think there was something wrong with that, ma'am? Like, come on, man. Like, stop this, bro. Y'all tripping. Y'all need to stop that. Like, man, y'all tripping.
Did you come within his sight?
Yes.
Did he acknowledge you?
Yes.
You actually walked right?
I walked past him, and so he said, so you're just going to walk past me and not say anything?
At that point in time, did y'all engage in a conversation?
Yes.
After you talked with Brodus, what did y'all figure out?
Well, we decided that because his thing was I still wasn't wanting to be on board with him and this non-monogamy and been able to see other women. So we came to I told him, well, we still haven't told Tab. You've always said something about telling Tab, so we haven't told Tabitha. And he said, okay, we'll tell Tabitha. He told me to go to the apartment and just talk to her about tenants until he got there, and that once he was there, we would tell her. He had to go to his boss house to drop off something. And so he gave me a backstory as to what to tell her if she asked me while I was in town. And and we left. But before leaving, we came to the resolve that once we told Tabitha about the relationship, we had a trip that was planned to go. We was going to Kentucky. If she said yes, then that would be a new start, a fresh start. But if she said no, then that would be the trip that we would end.
Did Brodus indicate to you that he was going to tell Tabitha while y'all were at the apartment
Yes.
about your relationship?
Yes.
Bamboo HR is your complete HR, payroll, and benefits platform where everything works together in one.
And what would have happened, or would you have been allowed to tell Tabitha without his okay?
I didn't know.
What would you have been able to continue a relationship with Brodus if you had done that?
No.
So I want to talk to you then about when you left downtown, okay? Where did you go?
I put in the address that he had given me, and so that address did say Collierville. I didn't know how far away it was or anything. I just placed it in the GPS.
Do you remember what time you arrived at the apartment?
I know it was late. I just remember when we were there and we were talking, I remember the news coming on.
Probably around 9 o'clock?
Yes.
So you left Little Rock, Arkansas at approximately 5 o'clock, right? And drove to downtown Memphis, right?
Yes. Yes.
That takes about 2.5 hours?
Yes.
How long would you say that you were talking with Brodus?
We talked for a while because I remember the valet pulling the car up a ways and getting out, and just because he was sitting in there waiting on him and we never did, so he just pulled it up and we continued to talk.
So then you left downtown, it was dark?
Yes.
Drove to Collierville?
Yes.
What did you do when you arrived at the apartment?
I circled around because I couldn't, it was dark and I really couldn't see like numbers or anything. So I circled around, and then I guess eventually I found the building number, and I parked and found my way to their apartment according to the address.
If I may just have one moment, Your Honor. This is part of Exhibit 12. Latasha, is that your car?
Yes.
Is this also a photograph of your vehicle?
Yes.
Which vehicle is yours in that picture?
The silver one?
This one?
Yes.
While you were sitting in your car, did you call Brodus?
I did, and I shared with him that I was a little nervous and could we just go somewhere and talk, and he said no, we're going, you wanted to talk to Tabitha, we're going to talk to her.
Did he answer every time that you called him?
I didn't call him a lot, but I did that night.
Before you walked inside, was there a time that you called him and he didn't answer?
No.
Okay, not that you recall?
Not that I recall.
After you had talked to him and he said, no, we're gonna do this, What did you do?
I went to the apartment and knocked on the door.
Were you wearing your coat?
Yes.
When did you?
A lot of this stuff is crazy to me, man. This is crazy. A lot of bad choices, bad mistakes being made here.
Put on your coat.
When I got out of the car to go to find him at the lounge.
Is that when you were walking around downtown at night by yourself?
Yes.
Did you ever take your coat off after leaving downtown?
No.
When you left downtown, how would you describe your feelings?
I was a little hopeful. I was like, okay, maybe, we can get some resolve. We can get back to normal. And so that's what I was focused on.
And when he insisted on telling Tabitha, did you get even more hope?
Yes.
So what did you do? Did you get out of your car?
I'm guessing Tabitha is the dude wife that he been doing wrong. He been cheating on.
Yes, I got out of my car.
Were you still wearing your jacket?
Yes.
Did it register to you that you had a gun in your pocket?
It did not.
Did you go to the apartment?
I did.
What did you do when you got to the door?
I knocked on the door, and I can't remember, but I ended up bending down, and that's when she said, I'm not going to open the door for someone I don't see. And so I knocked again, and that's when she was like, Tasha, is that you?
What do you mean you bent down?
I don't know if I couldn't remember if it was time or sure or something. I just remember bending down, which is why she didn't see me when I knocked the first time.
You just don't remember?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Who answered the door?
Tabitha.
What did she do when she answered the door?
She once she opened it, she embraced me and said hello and welcomed me in.
Did you go inside?
Listen, we don't know too much of the story, so I guess Tabitha know her. I guess Tabitha know her as a friend or something. I don't know. Like, what the hell going on, bud?
I did.
Where did you go when you went inside?
She positioned for me to toward the couch, and she sat on one end and I sat on the other.
And that would be
5, 6, 7, 8. Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Oh no!
Your Honor, if I may put, this is part of the cumulative exhibit. Is this the couch that you're referring to?
Yes.
And you were seated on this side?
I was.
And Tabitha was seated on this side?
Yes.
Did you talk to Tabitha?
Yes, we talked. We talked about tennis, but right before we kind of got into the tennis talk, she had made a phone call to Brodus.
And what did she say to him?
She told him, she asked how long it was going to be before he got there. And then she told him she had a surprise for him.
When Tabitha let you into the apartment, did she close the door behind you?
Yes.
You and Tabitha were sitting alone in the apartment with a closed door, right?
Yes.
Would anybody outside of the apartment have been able to see in through that door?
No.
How long did you sit talking with Tabitha?
Again, I know the news ended up coming on, so maybe 15 minutes or so.
At any point, did you pull your gun out and threaten Tabitha?
No.
At any point, did you verbally threaten Tabitha?
No.
At any point, were you trying to hurt Tabitha?
Not at all.
Were you happy to be there about to have this conversation with Tabitha?
Yes.
Was Brodus there yet?
No.
Now I want to talk to you about when Brodus Perry arrived, okay?
Okay.
When he walked in the door...
My whole situation with this is, okay, you were going to be happy that he was going to leave his wife to go be with you. What trust were you going to have in this guy, knowing that he probably going to do the same thing? Like, why would you want to be with a guy like that? So he wanted to leave his wife to go be with you. You would have been okay with that. You would have been okay that he left his wife to go be with you, not knowing that he probably would do the same again? Like, what kind of respect he would have for you? Y'all need to think, bro.
Could you see him?
Yes.
Can you describe his demeanor when he saw you?
When he came in, he didn't look surprised or anything, which is what I thought he would do, since he knew I was gonna be there. But he was just like, I think Tal was like, surprise, and he was like, this not a surprise. I thought you had some keto cookies for me. And from there, he was like, what are you doing here? And then I went with the story again that I was in town for a conference. And we just kind of started engaging in small talk. He came and sat beside me. And then after about a minute or so, was like, would you like a pour?
What is a pour?
A pour is some bourbon.
Did you accept the pour of bourbon?
I did.
Where was Brodus seated?
He was approximately a foot or two from me.
I'm putting back up from the cumulative exhibit.
That blue chair?
This blue chair right here?
Yes.
And you were seated here?
Yes.
And Tabitha was still seated here?
Yes.
After you accepted the pour of bourbon from him, did he make any comments about you drinking?
He came back and sat down, and as we were talking, he would make references to me drinking and would say, well, I think you're gonna have to stay the night. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this is about to get into this conversation. But he never would give me eye contact. But he would continue to make, it's like, we have to clean out the bed in there because it has a lot of clothes on it. And, but I'm still looking at him to get, like, to see where you going with this. But he never did lead into the conversation. He actually started asking me questions like, so where are you staying in Memphis? And I'm like, that wasn't part of what you told me you was gonna say. So I don't know Memphis. He knows I didn't know Memphis. And so I didn't know what to say. I finally said an Airbnb. And then Tabitha was like, where? And I was like, downtown. And then that conversation ended. And he continued to say something about me staying the night, but never going into the conversation of what we were supposed to be talking about.
Had you ever been into that apartment before?
No.
On April the 4th, when you were there, what part of the apartment did you go into?
I walked through the front door, which led into a small little hallway and right into their kitchen area.
Okay. And then into the living room?
And then into, yes.
Did you go into any bedroom?
No.
Your Honor, this is part of the cumulative exhibit 13. Did you ever go into the guest bedroom?
I did not.
What is all over the bed in the guest bedroom?
Clothes.
Had you seen that?
No.
But those are the clothes Brodus was talking about?
Yes.
When he was talking about clearing off the bed, you sleeping over, did you think that was his jumping off point to talk to Tabitha?
I thought so.
How were you feeling at that point?
Very nervous.
Were you also excited?
I think I was more nervous because I just didn't know which way it was gonna go, but hopeful.
David, the movie.
I will not be afraid.
At some point, you lost hope.
Yes.
And you said you were going to leave.
Yes.
Why did you decide to leave?
I saw that it wasn't going anywhere. Like I said, he was not giving me eye contact. So I knew, or I felt like he had changed his mind. And I just didn't want to keep sitting there feeling, at that point, stupid.
What happened after you said you were going to leave?
Tabitha got up, he got up, and so she began to tell me about watching for the police, you know, because I had been drinking.
Had you drank a lot?
No, not at all. But she still was just letting me know. And she began to walk toward the door. And I asked him, would he walk me out? He said no. And I said, why not, sir? That's Southern hospitality for you to walk a woman outside when it's dark. Because I wanted to just get him to see like what happened. Why didn't you follow through? But he refused to walk me out. So Tabitha opened the door and was walking out. I was still trying to get him to walk me out. And as I reached into my pockets to get my keys, I remember being outside the door, and then the next thing I was standing in their kitchen.
Do you deny that you shot Brodus Perry?
I do not.
Do you deny that you shot Tabitha?
I don't, but I know it wasn't intentional.
Did you mean to shoot Tabitha?
No, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody.
When you went to that apartment that day, did you intend to use your gun on either Brodus or Tabitha?
No.
When you went there, what was your purpose in going there?
Thinking that I was gonna get some kind of ending to the relationship.
And what do you mean?
Like, okay, of course, after I got to, you know, talking to him at the lounge, we had a plan. It was either gonna be a start or an ending, but it was something that I could see, like I knew it wasn't just a disappearing text but still I love you, you know. So I went to the apartment, I guess, for lack of a better word, to get some resolve.
Did you have hope, given that Tabitha was open to the open marriage?
Oh, what the freak? I didn't know that. She was down with open marriage. She was okay with him having another woman in. Hold up. She was okay with him having another woman? What kind of pastors is these? These are some freaks, boy. The wife of freaks. For goodness sake. She was okay with that? Gosh damn. Gosh. That's what I said, y'all. Gosh damn. That's crazy.
I was nervous about that because, like I said, he had told me she had these rules about not nobody that you know and things like that. So I'm like, she knows me. So I don't know what that was gonna be like. I didn't even think about anything beyond.
Man, if he was messing around, I'm pretty sure she was messing around too, bro. That's crazy. How y'all preaching, talking about God, and y'all messing around with like what the freak?
On that.
As far as Tabitha goes, this is a person that you became friendly with, right?
Correct.
How did you balance that with having an affair with her husband?
It was very hard. She, like, we started off, she had approached me to invite me to lunch. It came out of nowhere, and I didn't know, like, what was really going on, because by this time, Brodus had been talking about us being sister wives, and so when she asked me, I was a little confused, because I'm like, okay, you know, has he talked to her about it? But she never said anything about our relationship. Even when we.
So it's kind of hard to say bro cheating on his wife when his wife was okay with him sleeping around with other women. It's hard to say he was cheating because his wife was okay with him doing that. Huh.
We began to play tennis. It was her who initiated it, so it was uncomfortable for me, but we were friendly. And it was hard, but I still did it because I wasn't going to tell her because I love Brodus.
When Brodus told you that he wouldn't walk you outside, he said, Tab will do it. How did that make you feel?
Rejected, unworthy, stupid. I was so stupid. so bad.
Were you angry or were you hurt?
I was hurt.
Were you thinking clearly when you pulled the trigger?
No.
Were you reacting to that situation?
Yes.
Was that a traumatic situation for you too, in retrospect?
Oh, yes. I hate what happened. I'm so very sorry. I never wanted to hurt anybody. I've spent most of my life helping. I never would intentionally try to hurt anybody.
Did you ever plan to kill Brodus Perry?
Never.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words,
When you drove to Memphis, were you driving to Memphis?
If she didn't plan to kill this man, why did she take the gun with her? What was the gun like? Because I know she bought the gun to kill herself, but then she took the gun to this man's apartment. Like, you were still carrying a gun with you. Why didn't you leave the gun in the car or whatever it is?
To kill Brodus Perry?
No.
Why did you drive to Memphis?
I drove because I just wanted to see him.
Why?
I wanted him to explain why he did that.
Did you hope he would say, we can be together?
Yes.
Did he give you that hope when you went to the apartment?
He did.
Did he yank that hope away?
He did. As he often did.
Did you break in that moment?
I shattered.
Did you ever intend to hurt Tabitha?
No.
Did you even realize that you had shot her?
No.
That's all I have.
Cross-examination.
Ms. Daniels, I'm going to take you back to April 4th, 2019 at around 4 o'clock. You remember yesterday when we introduced that surveillance footage of you at the gun store, right?
Yes. Yes.
And you know that that was you in the gun store.
That was me.
And you purchased a gun that day.
I did.
And you also purchased ammunition that day.
I did.
And when you went to that gun store, you brought your state-issued ID, correct?
Yes.
And you brought your credit card, correct?
I did.
And once you left with that gun and the ammunition, you didn't go to Jacksonville, did you?
No.
You drove to Memphis.
No. I drove home.
But you eventually ended up in Memphis, did you not?
That is correct.
And you chose to go see Brodus Perry, correct?
Yes, I chose to go see him.
A man that you chose to be involved with.
When I first encountered Mr. Perry for counseling, I did not choose to be with him. I went to him for direction, not a relationship.
It's a yes or no question. You chose to be involved with him after you met him, did you not?
Yes.
And when you got to Memphis, and after you talked to Mr. Perry, you drove to his apartment, correct?
Yes, I drove to his apartment.
And from Sherman, Arkansas to Memphis, it's about a 3-hour drive, right?
According to what has been said, I wasn't counting.
Okay. And when you got to that apartment, you talked to Mrs. Perry.
Yes.
And when you got to that apartment, you stayed there and you talked with her for about 20 minutes. Correct?
Yes, we talked for about 20 minutes.
And then once Mr. Perry got there, you talked to him.
Yes.
And while they were gracious enough to walk you out of their apartment after an unexpected visit, you got your gun out, didn't you?
It wasn't unexpected for him.
But for Miss Perry, it was.
It was.
And after you exited, you decided to take your gun out, correct?
No.
And after you exited, you shot Mrs. Perry, did you not?
My
Yes or no?
actions resulted in them being shot, yes.
And then you shot Mr. Perry, did you not?
It wasn't a conscious decision, but yes.
But you didn't do it because you lost control. You did it because you thought he deserved it.
No, I love Brodus. I would have never intentionally hurt him. No, ma'am.
You did it because he broke your heart.
No, ma'am.
No further questions, Your
Were you in a good state of mind that day?
I was not. I was not.
All day?
I was not my healthy self. No.
When you came to Memphis, did you come to Memphis out of anger or out of love?
I came out of love.
That wouldn't make any sense. How did you come out of love? I mean, they just asking these questions, but as you know, me thinking to myself, you said you came out of love, but again, to me, I say angry because he's breaking up with you. I know he said you'll come to my house, I'm gonna talk to her, blase, blase, blase. But somewhere deep, somewhere you were still angry about something. You were still angry about something. Your heart was still broken the way he was treating you. Something in you wasn't really wasn't fully healed, if that makes sense. So to my opinion, I think she was still angry.
Did Brodus expect you to be there when he walked in?
Yes.
Did that visit go the way that you expected it?
It did not.
Did it end the way you expected it to?
It most definitely did not.
Did you go there to hurt anyone?
No, I did not.
Who did you plan to hurt?
I wanted to hurt myself. I wanted to end my own life that day. That's it, and that's all.
Well, I think this is it right here, y'all. What is this? I don't know what this is, but I think this is it right. Is this a part 2? What is this? I don't know, but I think this is it right here, y'all. All I want to say is, to anybody who's watching this, bro, man, stop being treated wrong by someone, bro. Love yourself more enough to walk away when someone is treating you wrong. Respect yourself more enough to walk away when you're being treated wrong, bro. And you niggas out there, if you playing with a female heart, you better stop it. If you're a female playing with a dude heart, you better stop it, because you gonna pay for it, bro. Whether you a he or a she, you gonna pay for it. Point blank, period. But that's the end of this right here. I'm gonna post this on YouTube on my channel, and yeah, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and thank y'all again, and go ahead and post this today. Hopefully today, 11th the 9th, 2025, Sunday. But I'm gonna continue on Twitch for a couple more minutes, maybe a couple more hours, then I'm gonna dip out. But yeah, I'm gonna thank y'all again.